All right, we're back. This is my Hitman's Bodyguard review. And as per usual, I'll be going over the good, the bad, the ugly, and give you my overall thoughts. If this is the first time you've seen one of my reviews, I do not give graded scores or letter grades. I tell you if it's worth watching or not worth watching. First we'll start with the good after the cut. Alright, the good. The chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, it works. In these types of films, the buddy action films, you need three components to work. You need a good plot. You need at least 2 out of 3 of the components to work. The trifecta is a good plot, good chemistry between the two characters, and good action. This film nails 2 of those, so it can still do something, okay? Good examples of other films that have hit these bench posts are 48 Hours, Another 48 Hours, Lethal Weapon, 1 and 2. 3 is iffy, and 4 was shit. So, and there are other films that kind of hit the 1 and 2, but not the 3 and 4. I'll give you an example of the 1 and 2 mix. Let's say Tango and Cash. Tango and Cash had a pretty shitty plot, but the action and the chemistry between the two characters was pretty good, so you could kind of deal with it. So basically, here's where this film kind of really succeeds at. The film is well made. Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson have a wonderful chemistry with one another. And the banter between the two lead characters really sells you on everything. Like, you really feel like these people don't like each other, and yet, Ryan Reynolds is going to do his job. Even though he doesn't really feel strongly about everything, he's going to do what he needs to do in order to get this guy where he needs to get to. Their dislike for one another feels real. It feels visceral. You understand why they don't like each other. Ryan Reynolds is not playing the normal Ryan Reynolds we always see. Which is good because, I don't know about you, but seeing Ryan Reynolds play the same type of character and everything gets old really fucking quickly. This game, he doesn't really do that, thank God. But, this movie, he doesn't really do that. But Sam Jackson is playing Sam Jackson, though a quirky Sam Jackson. So he'll just bust out laughing every once in a while. He's a little bit more, off the chain, as it were. More so than usual, because Sam Jackson is a very off-the-chain type of person. But that is neither here nor there. So what does this mean for me as, Joe Blow, average guy? Well, that leads to the bad after the cut. So, you notice that I did not talk about the plot. The plot is very kind of paint by numbers. It's serviceable. It's not terrible. It gets the job done, but it is what it is. The thing about the plot, though, in my opinion, is that the plot is, like I said, very paint by numbers. It gets the job done. Nothing really special about it. And it works. It does get the job done. It takes care of business when it has to. My problem with the plot is that like I said, is that it is very standard. Nothing really special or amazing about it. It's standardized. So, and the action sequences, when they're short, get the job done. they're well shot, but sometimes it gets a little gratuitous and drags a little bit. There's an action sequence towards the second act of the movie, towards the end of the second act of the movie, that goes on entirely too goddamn long. It's like, oh god, it's a boat chase that also has a car chase in it, and it's just like, god damn, this is too long. The action is shot well. Basically, the vehicular action in the movie is a little too gratuitous, whereas the fight scene, in the movie between Ryan Reynolds and another character is very visceral. I mean, it is really, really good. So much so that I would like to see a sequel to this movie, which it made its budget back. It was $30 million. So this movie probably will do well overseas, and I know it did well here in America. So it made money. So now it's time to get to the ugly after the cut. So now it's time to get to the ugly, and the ugly is relatively simple. The ugly of this film is, and when I say the ugly, I don't mean ugly as in, oh my god, this is bad, because I already did the bad. The ugly is that just some things you wouldn't know. Salma Hayek plays a character that you're going to love by the end of the film. She plays Samuel L. Jackson's character's wife, and she is just, I mean, like you have never seen Salma Hayek like this. You've never seen her, you've never seen the rough come out in her, you know? I mean, personally, I would want to see more of Salma Hayek playing a badass like this, because, I mean, it's astoundingly, it's astoundingly an apt fit for her. Which just shows the range that Salma Hayek can go to that we've never seen, because for reasons. But with that being said, I guess it's time to talk about, why that might not necessarily, some other things. There's a lot of the jokes in this film are pretty good. They fall relatively, at a decent pace. The only jokes that don't kind of fall where they need to are the jokes that kind of, well, basically, kind of fall flat a little bit. So, Sam Jackson plays, Sam Jackson playing himself. Ryan Reynolds is awesome in this film, but really it all boils down to the chemistry between the two lead characters, and it's done relatively well. So I give points to it. So should you watch this film? Yeah, if you want to see a basic action comedy. Although it gets really dark. There are parts of this film that get really, really, really dark. Despite it being a comedy. So, yeah. I mean, some really fucked up shit happens in this film, and I'm not too happy about it. What are you gonna do, So, with that being said, should you watch this film? Yes. I'm not gonna give it a letter grade, but yeah, The Hitman's Bodyguard, great film. If you wanna watch a film in the veins of a modern Tango and Cash, this is the film for it, because that's essentially what it is. It's a modern Tango and Cash. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. Upcoming events after the cut. Okay then, so upcoming events, there's a podcast this Friday at 8, basically about coming from, Dr. Feelgood. He now goes by Ken J, but it's the same doc you know and love. So look forward to that. It's going to be awesome. And let's see, what else we have coming up. We also have my podcast this Saturday, the Sci-Fi Power Hour. It will be all about Star Wars, so look forward to that. And Sunday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have a podcast, the BS Busters, talking about the bullshit that's been going on throughout the week. So we'll also talk about Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and whatever other new games have come out this week that people are playing. So enjoy, have fun, go watch them. Peace.